Good morning, students. My name is Suhas Vora, Assistant Professor of Electrical Department at Sri Swaminarayan Institute of Technology. So, start with the new topic. We were discuss about the last lectures or last topic. In the last lectures, we were see the national level institutions. So, in the national level institutions, the first one is the national level institutions is basically the government of India recognize the importance of disasters management as the national priority. So एक्चुअली जब डिज़ास्टर होता है तो हर एक कंट्री की गवर्नमेंट को कुछ ऐसे डिसीजन लेने पड़ते हैं. तो इंडिया में भी गवर्नमेंट ने जो डिसीजंस लिया, जो डिज़ास्टर्स आता है तो उसके लिए एक गवर्नमेंट स्टार्ट की, तो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया बोलते हैं. तो एज पर द को सीक्वेंस तो GOI सेटअप द हाई पावर कमिटी, यानी कि जब इनिशियल लेवल पे स्टार्ट हुआ तब उसका नाम था हाई पावर कमिटी एंड ही इज़ एस्टैब्लिश since the 1999 which was followed by the national committee after the Gujarat earthquake 2001. यानी कि 2001 में जब earthquake हुआ था, मैंने जैसे पहले बोला था कि उसका एपिक सेंटर भुज था. सो आफ्टर द earthquake 2001 the government of India is set up the high power committees. In wake up of the Indian Ocean tsunami of 2004, the government of India took a decision step up. यानी कि 2001 में हाई पावर कमेटी बना दी, बट उस पर ज़्यादातर वर्कआउट करना पड़ा जब 2004 में ओशन सुनामी आया. सो द नेशनल डिज़ास्टर मैनेजमेंट अथॉरिटी was initially constituted in the May 30, 2005 under the chairmanship of the Prime Ministers. So Prime Minister के अंडर में 2005 में नेशनल डिज़ास्टर मैनेजमेंट अथॉरिटी की स्थापना हुई. सो ऑथोराइज्ड ऑफ द इंडिया द NDMA विज़न, उसका विज़न था मेन, द नेशनल डिज़ास्टर मैनेजमेंट अथॉरिटी का मेन विजन था टू बिल्ड द सेफर एंड डिजास्टर रेसिलियंस ऑफ इंडिया बाय द होलिस्टिक प्रोएक्टिव टेक्नोलॉजी ड्रिवन एंड द सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट स्ट्रेटजी दैट इन्वॉल्व्स ऑल स्टेक होल्डर्स एंड द फोस्टर्स अ कल्चर ऑफ प्रिवेंशंस, प्रिपेयर्डनेस एंड मिटिगेशंस. सो उसका पूरा फ्लो चार्ट था कि जिसमें मेन अथॉरिटी की चेयरमैन, then after the vice chairman, and under the vice chairman there are the 4 different members and they are work with the advisor policy and plans, जिसमें joint advisor policy plans and assistant advisor होते थे. then after the advisors operations, यानी कि जो operations है उसको पूरी तरह फ्लो में रखने के लिए जो थे उसमें थे joint advisor operations and assistant advisors. then after the advisor mitigations, तो उसमें भी joint advisor and IT सेक्टर थे और उसमें फर्दर थे assistant advisor and IT sectors and the assistant advisor communications. then after the joint advisors, then after joint secretary administrations, then final advisors and project NCRP. और उसमें सब थे डेप्यूटी प्रोजेक्ट डायरेक्टर्स एंड प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर्स. सो दीज आर दी फ्लो ऑफ द NDMA systems. So in the national level institute the detail these responsibility are given. So ये तो हमने कमेटी बना दी तो उनकी कुछ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी थी. The first one is the laid down the policy on the disaster management, then after approve the nation plan, then approve the national plan, then after approve the plans prepared by the ministries and department of the government of India according with the national plan, then after lay down the guidelines to be followed by the state authority in drawing up the state plan, then lay down the guidelines to be followed by the different minister or the department of the government of India for the purpose of interactions, the measurement of preventions of the disasters or mitigations of its effect in development plan and project. Then after the compositions of the NDMA, so the federal government shall immediately after issue of the notification under the subsections 1 of sections 3 of NDMA Act 2010 and establish and the authority to be known as the National Disaster Management Authority, and this authority shall consist of such a number of members as may be prescribed and shall include as its chairperson. So the Director General of the National Authority to be appointed by the federal government on such a term and the conditions as be prescribed. So the National Executive Committees, now अब NDMA हमने देखा, now उसके बाद था the National Executive Committees. So National Executive Committee is constituted under the sections 8 of Disaster Management Act 2005 to assist the national authority in the performance of its functions. It means that the Union Home Secretary is the ex officio chairman person. So NEC has been given the responsibility to act the coordinating and monitoring body of the disaster management to prepare the national plan and the monitor the implementation of the national policies. यानी कि जो भी प्लान है और जो भी पॉलिसीज है वो उसके अंडर में रहती है. So NEC may as and when it consists the necessary constitutions one or more subcommittee for the efficient discharge of the functions. So the National Institute of Disaster Management, so NIDM, so International Decades of the Natural Disaster Reductions, the National Center of the Disaster Management was established as the Indian Institutions of the Public Administrations in the 1995, and the center was upgraded and the design as the National Institute of the Disaster Management is established in the 16th October 2003, and the sections 42 of the chapter number 7 of the Disaster Management Act 2005 ensured the institute with the numerous responsibilities. The first one is to develop the training modules, then after organizing the training program, organizing study cares and research paper and books. So in this institute have the diagram the institute body which considered for the presidents, then government body, chairman, vice chairman, then after executive director, then different parts and divisions for the work for the NIDM. Now the National Disaster Responsibilities Force. So here you can see that the force, basically there are the three types of force: BNS, then CBRN and new risings. So these are the established in the different states. Then Batan, Noida, Vadodara, Pune, Chennai, Vijayawada, Kolkata, Guwahati and Patan. So these are the forces. Now origin of the NDRF, the National Disaster Management Act 2005. So Disaster Management Act in the 2005 was passed out as much needed step towards the determining the responsibility and according for the disaster response, and these issues were highlighted by major climate like the 2001 earthquake and the 2004 tsunami. So the previous in the Disaster Management Act 2005, the law laid down a legal framework for the disaster responsible at the national, state and the district levels, and the act way for the establishing of the disaster management authority at the national, state and district level. So it also provide for the setting up the national disaster responsibility and the mitigation fund and the formations of the national disaster response force. So constitutions of the NDRF and its structure is: NDRF was raised in 2006 and they have the 12 separate across the country, and each battalion which has section strength of the 1150 rescues caters to the particular state as their area of the responsibility. In case of required, teams from the other battalions are also moved from the emergency response. So NDRF get the personnel and the offers on the deputations from the Central Academic Police Force for the period of the 7 years after serving their tenure, and the personnel go back to their force. So the National Disaster Response Force, you can see here the BSF and CRPF, CISF and ITBS.
एक मिनट आवाज है पेन नहीं आती.
Okay, the area of the responsibility of the NDRF. So here you can see that there are the 4 type of forces. Then after we can see that the upgrade technologies. So now the today's topic is the role of the civil society, national plan and policies on the disaster management, and role of engineering in the disaster management. So basically the role of civil societies. So we can see that the local community is the first to bear with the burst of in any disaster situations, and the community awareness and the preparedness is of the 4 most important issues. So for the state initiative to be effective, innovations of the local community is very important, and it is only possible if the community are engaged in the process of planning and decision making. यानी कि गवर्नमेंट जब एक्शंस में आती है, पर उसके पहले वहाँ के पे जहाँ पे जो डिजास्टर हुआ है वहाँ के आसपास को लोगों को अवेयरनेस और प्रिपेयर करना पड़ता है, और उसके लिए वहाँ की पूरी फोर्स होनी चाहिए. सो ये पूरी तरह का प्लानिंग होता है, और वही रोल जो सिविल सोसाइटी प्रोवाइड करती है फॉर द डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट के लिए. सो इफेक्टिव डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लान must be concentrate on the community based disaster preparedness and the development of the block, gram panchayat and the village disaster management plan. So in the past decades the voluntarily sectors has been in the format and mobilizing the communities and the establishing then the better cope with the disasters. Since the development of the organizing working the disasters, and this organization people share the good rapport with the community, and they are the better positions to help the state in the implement its plan more effective. यानी कि कई बार क्या होता है कि लोकल अथॉरिटीज़ में बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग होते हैं कि जिसका एक रैपो होता है, और वो लोग की स्टेट को हेल्प करने के लिए बहुत ही कंफर्ट रहते हैं. जैसे कि कई लोग ऐसे होते हैं कि जो पैसे दे के कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि अभी हमने देखा था कि जैसे कोरोना था तो जो लोग गरीब लोग को खाना दे सकते हैं तो वो दिया, का जो जहाँ पे रिक्वायरमेंट है मास्क है तो वो मास्क दिया है, तो वही है. देन आफ्टर द रोल ऑफ द सिविल डिफेंस. सो एक्चुअली द during the times of the wars and the emergencies, the CD organizing यानी कि civil defense organizing has the virtual role of the guarding the hirelings and helping the civil administration's armed force and mobilizing the citizens and the saving the life and the properties. The concept of the civil defense over the years has shifted for the management of the damage against the conventional weapons to also include the treat the preparations against the nuclear weapons, biological and chemicals, welfare and the environmental disasters, and that drive the structure as given below has been created to the inform the policies and the coordinating and supporting the measure to implement it. So basically the policies and the coordinations of the CDs civil defense is the Union Home Ministers, then after the Home Secretary and Joint Planning Staff Committee. Now we can discuss the eligibility. So the contributions of the corporate sector has been notable essential in after the match of डेवलपिंग. अब मैं बात करता हूँ कि जो कॉरपोरेट लेवल होता है वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंस रोल होता है कॉरपोरेट में. सो द कंस्टिट्यूशंस ऑफ द कॉरपोरेट सेक्टर्स हैज़ बीन नोटेबल एसेंशियली इन द आफ्टर मैच ऑफ द devastating super cyclone in the ocean in 1999 and the भुज earthquake. यानी कि जब भुज earthquake हुआ और ओशियंस साइक्लोन हुआ उसके बाद कॉरपोरेटर सेक्टर का मेन रोल बढ़ जाता है. सो ड्यूरिंग द फ्लूड्स एंड आंध्र प्रदेश एंड द कर्नाटका फ्लूड्स इन 2008 and 2009 respectively and the inevitable parts of its the corporate society responsibility, the corporate sector can plan an essential role in the leading and the supporting of the community. So the potentials area for the corporate sector is the common inventory of the disaster response resources so that one could easily find the machines in the aftermath of the disasters, alternating and the cost effective technologies, then after the research and development in the disaster preventions and mitigations, supporting and popularizing the trading and indigenous disaster mitigations. Then corporate sector can also play a useful role before the crisis by supporting the disasters. Now we can discuss the national policy on the disaster management. The NPDM, the National Policy Disasters Management, has been approved by the government, central government on the October 22, 2009 and the circulate to all concerned. The policy cover all the aspects that the safe and the disaster resilience in India by developing the holistic, then legal arrangement, financial arrangement, disaster preventions, mitigations and the preparedness, technological rules and the research and development parts. All the considered in the national policy disaster management. It also focus on the area where the action is needed and the institutional mechanism through which such actions can be channelized. So it's aimed to bring the transparency and the accountability in all the aspect of the disaster management through the involvement of the community and the community based organizations. So actually the national policy on the disaster management का मेन रोल है कि जो प्लान एक्शंस होने वाला है, जो प्लान बनाया हुआ है, क्या एक्शंस है और जो लोकल अथॉरिटीज़ होती है कम्युनिटी में उसको कंट्रोल करना है. सो इन द इंस्टीट्यूशनल mechanism for the preparedness of the national plan has been in place, which is under the preparedness in the three parts, and the name is the National Responsible Plan, the National Mitigation Plan and the National Capacity Building Plan. So the facilitations committee under the chairmanship of the secretary in the ministry and the home affairs and the 3 subcommittees are work together, and the national mitigations plan are under the preparedness by the concerned noble ministry have been identified and the designated. So the role of the civil engineers, we can start with the role of the engineers. So in the earliest topic, the national plan on the disaster management have some of the different activities, and the actions plan is controlled by these 3 committee: the national response plan, then after the national mitigations plans, and the national capacity buildings. So these all are working together under the chairman. Now the last topic of the role of the engineer in the disaster management. Now we can talk about the role of the civil engineers. So in the civil engineers, we know that what are the roles of the civil engineers: the planning and setting up the maintenance of emergency relief camp, then after the provisions of the sufficient manageable water supply, then provisions of the hygienic sanitization facilities to the people affected, then also the reconstruct basic infrastructure facilities. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर अर्थक्वेक है तो रोड, ब्रिज, रेलवे लाइन्स एंड एक्सेट्रा. जियो टेक्नोलॉजी एंड द स्ट्रक्चरल इंजीनियरिंग इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द डिज़ाइन एंड कंस्ट्रक्ट द अर्थक्वेक रेजिस्टेंस स्ट्रक्चर्स. यानी कि अभी हमने अब जो नई टेक्नोलॉजी हम यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं कि पहले जो छोटी सी ब्लॉक्स थे उससे बिल्डिंग बनती थी. अब नाउ द आरसीसी ब्लॉक जो बड़े होते हैं, आई थिंक सो अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 2x2 फुट के जितने होते हैं, उससे अब उस ब्लॉक को यूज़ करते हैं क्योंकि अर्थक्वेक में उसमें बहुत अफेक्ट नहीं होता है. नाउ द रोल ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर्स. सो कंस्ट्रक्शंस ऑफ द electrical engineers is drone and the helicopter for easy transportations of food package for all the victims in the handled by the electrical engineers. So हम जानते हैं कि electrical engineers में इतनी कैपेबिलिटी है कि वो पावर सप्लाई और नई टेक्नोलॉजी इजीली बना सकते हैं. जैसे कि आपने देखा था कि जैसे जब कोरोना था तो कहीं जगह पे जो फूड वहाँ पे नहीं जा सकता था, सप्लाई नहीं हो सकते थे. जैसे कि ऐसा कोई जगह है कि जहाँ पे कोरोना ज़्यादा है तो वहाँ पे फूड पैकेज ड्रोन थ्रू ट्रांसपोर्ट हुए थे, ड्रोन थ्रू या हेलीकॉप्टर. जैसे कि साइक्लोन होता है या बारिश होती है या सुनामी आ जाती है, उस टाइम पे हेलीकॉप्टर थ्रू वहाँ पे टॉप फ्लोर से लेके डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होता है. Then after the electrical engineers managed to provide the electricity to disaster hit areas for early recovery. Then power control and cutoff during the heavy rains and the flood is ensured by the electrical engineer to prevent any disaster. हम जानते हैं कि अगर सही टाइम पे पावर कट ऑफ नहीं होता है तो क्या दिक्कत आ सकती है. जैसे कि बारिश में, जैसे कि सुनामी के टाइम में अगर पावर कट ऑफ नहीं होगा तो क्या प्रॉब्लम होगी. देन आफ्टर अरेंज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक मोटर्स एंड द जनरेटर फॉर द वाटर सप्लाई इन द ड्रग प्रोन एरिया. जैसे ही हमको पता है कि बहुत इंडिया में बहुत ऐसी जगह है कि जहाँ पे ज़्यादातर सूखा पड़ता ही है, तो वहाँ पे सब सूखा हो तो किस तरह से जनरेटर और मोटर को यूज़ करके हम पानी सप्लाई कर सकते हैं. So these are the role of the electrical engineers. Now the role of the NGO in the disaster management. So NGO can consider as the middleman between the grassroots community and the government. हम जानते हैं कि NGO का मेन काम है कि जो कम्युनिटी है और गवर्नमेंट में है उसके दोनों के बीच में मिडलमैन होता है. Then NGO are one of the most effective means of achieving and the effective communications like लिंक बिटवीन द डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट एजेंसीज एंड द अफेक्टेड कम्युनिटी, यानी कि कहीं एनजीओ ऐसे होती है कि जहाँ पे जिसकी रिक्वायरमेंट होती है वो डिजास्टर कमिटी डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट एजेंसीज होती है उससे बात करके जहाँ पे जिसकी ज़रूरत है वो प्रोवाइड करते हैं. देन एनजीओ कैन ऑल्सो वर्क टुगेदर रिड्यूसिंग वल्नरेबिलिटी थ्रू द ट्रेनिंग, एजुकेशन, कैंपिंग एंड एक्सेट्रा. सो कहीं एनजीओ ऐसी होती है जो फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट में जब अर्थक्वेक आता है तो क्या करना है, सुनामी आए तो क्या करना है, या कोई ऐसी जगह पे जहाँ पे रिक्वायरमेंट होती है तो अलग अलग जहाँ पे वो लोग ट्रेनिंग देते हैं, एजुकेशंस देते हैं, उसके बारे में पढ़ाते हैं, समझाते हैं और कैंपेनिंग करते हैं. सो एनजीओ प्ले द डायनेमिक रोल इन द रिलीफ एंड द रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशंस आफ्टर द डिजास्टर बिकॉज दे आर द ट्रेन पर्सन्स और मैन coming from the community. So these are the role of the NGO. Now the today's assignment worksheet questions is explain the role of and the engineers and the NGO in the disaster management, and the two questions for your assignment questions. Write a short note on the national plan on the disaster management and given the focus and the objective of the national policy on disaster management. If any query regarding this topic you can call me. If any questions regarding this topic you can mail me. My mail ID and the contact number is in your screen. Thank you.